someone is saying that how to control stammering during an interview or while public speaking, formally or informally. So how do we control that? Is there any way? Are there any techniques to do that?
Yes, absolutely. First of all, it's very important to understand why we stammer in the first place, right? So you stammer because you get nervous, all right? So it's very important to calm yourself and relax yourself before an interview to avoid any kind of stammering. But of course, there are some systematic steps or techniques which you can use in order to eliminate this kind of stammering in your interviews. So first of all, as we all know, preparation. Every answer, I would say, preparation comes first. So prepare what you're going to say, know your subject thoroughly, know your knowledge content thoroughly. That will avoid stammering because you're not getting stuck with words. Your mind and your speech is in sync. You're not processing your thoughts. You've done your work, right? You're just expressing. Number 2, try and relax. As I said, not always possible, but you should try. Now, how you can relax? Take a deep breath, smile, keep your back posture straight. So these are some body hacks which you can use to relax yourself instantly. It's an outward in, not inside out, but outside in technique. So smile, okay? Feel good about yourself. Tell yourself, I'm good, I'm going to do well, okay? Keep your back posture straight and feel confident. So fake it, okay? That's another way of relaxing. Breathe. Take deeper breaths. You see your breaths get shortened. Take deeper breaths, okay? Then what else you need to do is, when you're practicing your answers before an interview, okay? Maybe there are certain words which are technical jargons or technical words or things like some names of some, projects that you have handled. Places where you stammer. Try and observe yourself. When you try and practice your answers in front of the mirror, observe yourself, where do I actually stammer? Okay, these words I stammer in. Break the sounds of the words into smaller parts, okay? And focus on practicing those words in front of the mirror. Pace out your entire response or your answer. Talk little slowly. Sometimes when we talk too fast, our thoughts overlap, and that's why we also stammer, right? So pace out your talk, okay, in a rhythm or in a very even, take pauses in between, take breath, take pauses. Give yourself time to think before you start answering, right? That's also very important. Also, sometimes your body may react to certain kind of stressors or certain questions which may trigger you. So focus on those particular questions which cause you to stammer. Maybe you don't stammer as a habit. Maybe you stammer on certain questions which causes anxiety. As we said, communication anxiety. Practice those questions more. Emphasize on the key words and the key points while you're practicing. All right? Accept your stammer. That is what I would say towards the end. In spite of practicing, in spite of relaxing yourself, if you still stammer, don't fight it too hard. Sometimes it's just a part of your speech production. Maybe sometimes it is just a part of you. Maybe it's not just interview. Maybe it's a general speech, issue that you have. Just accept it and still show that you're confident in spite of your stammering. Okay, if nothing else works, is what I would say. Another thing is go for mock interviews. Because the more mock interviews you attend, you ask some unknown person to interview you. You go for wherever you get a chance to, attend mock interviews. Ask your seniors or, your friends to do mock interviews. The more mock interviews you do, the better you get in your communication and the lesser you stammer because you're more confident. So stammering could also be a confidence issue, right? So these are some of the tips which you can practice. As I said, using pauses, socialize more to come out of your comfort zone. Sometimes lack of confidence or fear of talking to a stranger for the first time can cause you to stammer. So try and socialize, meet more of strangers, try to strike conversations with new people whom you don't know at all for the first time, right? So all these things eventually will help you overcome your stammering in the long run. Just before the interview, all I can say is you don't have time to do so much, so you just have to breathe, relax, and focus on the key points that you have to say. Rest of it, let it just flow in your conversation. I hope this helps.
Awesome, ma'am. It definitely going to help for people who have a stammering problem overall as well. And somewhere, guys, if you are facing this problem, there is no tablet available in the market which can help you understand. It's all about practicing and some of the techniques which ma'am have shared, which you need to, probably practice time and again to ensure that you have a smooth sailing across the interviews, in public speaking, and so on and so forth. So some areas, unfortunately, if you have a natural problem, is The only person who can rectify it is you. The only person who can pull you out from this situation is you, and the only person who will ultimately get benefited is you. So please work for yourself.